combination with a simple parry block. Let's have Lyndon throw the jab cross. But now notice, if Lyndon's not close enough, Joel won't even have to block. So if he extends his arm out and he can't touch him, Joel doesn't really need to block. Does that make sense? So they should be close enough that he could hit him. If he extends his hand out, he should put it right on Joel's chin. He should be close enough. We must be in jeopardy to really get a feel for combat, even if we go slow. So Joel's going to make parry block on Lyndon's jab cross combo, super slow. Ready? When you're ready, I should say, you may begin. Pretty simple. And he'll repeat. And now Joel's turn. And repeat. All right. The ultimate idea of this is just to get a feel, and then I'm going to say, all right, man, as if you're fighting, you go, I go, you go, I go, with some movement. So again, it'll be a little faster with some movement. They might circle, they might move a little in or move a little back, but it should look a little more like fighting. This would be the third part. Ready? Lyndon, you can start, begin. And again, you notice they're going at a very moderate pace. They're not trying to race the other person. They're working on hand-eye coordination. They got to work on distance and timing. We must start slow to learn fast. If we go fast in the beginning, we end up screwing it up and doing something weird. Time. Thank you, gentlemen. All right. The last thing that I want to tell you guys about this is that, come here, Lyndon. Sorry. Lyndon is a super strong gentleman here, but he's way stronger pushing his hand in that direction. So he pushes against me, right? Now, this way, he's not nearly as strong, right? He pushes this way, and it's very easy for me to resist him. It's just because of the way that the shoulder is designed. So if he's going to punch me with this jab, do I want to push against where he's strong and go this way, which, by the way, opens me up for another hit, or would I rather punch across where his shoulder is weak, and if he punches, this is now in the way, he punches, and now he's got to get past his own hand or get past my hand. So I'm almost always going to try to parry block this way, he punches this way, almost always. If I get in a position where he punches and I'm here, that one's going to likely get me. So I might have to do something different. So try to get them to cross their arms if you can. Grab partner! If he doesn't move, he doesn't block, I'm punching him in the face. That makes sense. So again, the first time, I could hit him, but he wasn't terribly worried. I was in range because I'm kind of immobile here, right? And I want to move in on him, right? Like we're fighting. He's going to fade a little bit. He's going to make the first block, right? I'm going to throw the 1-2. 1, 2, right? Now look, he's slightly out of range. Doesn't that make sense? His footwork is part of the defense. Let's go back. If he doesn't move his feet when I enter, he will ultimately end up bending his back, or he has to make head movement, okay? So don't move your feet as I come in, and watch, I'll punch super slow. You see how now he's going to be uncomfortable. He shifts his hips back, he gets his feet under him, he gets back into position. So again, in a very basic mode, we want to make sure that we're comfortable in the reasonable position. We call it the athletic stance, as if you're going to bounce a basketball and make a shot. The athletic stance is knees bent, hips back. Hands up, chin down, looking out of your eyebrows. So that when I dive in on him, I'm really going to try to get him. He makes a good block and a good defense. Right? Right? If I did this, he wouldn't even have to block. When I advance, he starts fading and moving with me so that he doesn't lose his posture. Good, sir. Again, with movement. Caleb and, let's see, Caitlin. Let's build. We just did the basic jab cross. Caitlin will demonstrate her jab cross on Caleb. Ready? Go. I think you went a little early. All right. Caitlin's going to now add to it because she knows Caleb's got two hands and he's pretty good at blocking this jab cross. So she's going to add in a leg kick. If he's used to defending this jab cross, he's going to be in a position where he's moving his foot. He's not going to be in a position really to make good leg defense until we cue him to do so. So she does jab cross low kick. Boom, yeah. Now, Caleb's pretty tough. He can take one kick, no problem. So she does it again. He's like, it's getting to where it sucks. I don't really like that. Now he's going to start lifting that leg. But if he is in the wrong position posture-wise, leaning back, like he's fading away this way, When he does this and she kicks, she will knock him backwards. He's got to go block, block, here, right? So that he doesn't overextend and get knocked backwards. So she got the jab cross, kick, and he defends. Look at his posture. The posture counts. Again. Again. Harder. Harder. All right. If you feel stable and comfortable, it's hard to be hurt. Now, you might be wondering, wouldn't that kind of hurt with our shin bones and stuff clanking together? Yes. So number one, you should be at home toughening up your shins at all times. You grab a hammer and just start hitting that thing as hard as you can, right? Angela's like, I'm not doing that, I'm in the wrong class. What you do is you start learning to absorb. So when she goes to kick, if I turn directly in, both of us are going to clang shins, and the stronger shin wins, which will probably be me. So what I want to do is I want to grab this and I want to absorb it and go back. So I absorb this energy. So has anybody ever caught a baseball or a softball? You absorb that catch. You don't hold your hands out like a shield. It'll bounce out of the glove, right? So again, she goes to kick and I absorb and I come back. By the way, when I come back, I'm ready to attack. So she kicks, I absorb, and I drive. Does that make sense? Leg kick. Add the leg kick. Jab cross. All right, so if you guys can kind of look at the line, I could make a kick without really adjusting this foot. I could. It won't be as powerful. But he doesn't move, and I'm just going to make this kick. Most of my power is going to be about right here. So I can get him, but it's not very good. I want my toe facing out. That gives you two options how to get there. Number one, after I've thrown this jab cross, I can pivot on this foot and I can get there. Does that make sense? Opens up the hips. Option number two is I step to the angle here on the jab and the cross, and then I'm ready. So you can step to the angle. I'll show you just the kick only. Kick only, wrong way would be this way. You guys can see how my knee is twisted in an uncomfortable fashion. You're not going to have a lot of power. The body's not going to let you injure itself in most cases. It's not going to let it happen. You're just going to lose all your power back here. Option number two is I'm just going to make the kick with a move on the base foot. This way. Okay? Option number three is I step to the angle. Now he's going to notice that. He's going to see it. So I have to cover it with a jab, for example. Distract him. Basically, I step here. Now I'm in position to make this kick. Does that make sense? Yes, sir. Try not to kick this way. If I kick him hard, I mean, he's going to be able to take that. It's not much power. It's killing my knee. This, on the other hand, is very effective. I hit him solidly, but not nearly as fast. And it did better damage. The best kick, you'll have a sympathetic reflex. If I kick this leg and that leg does nothing, that's a surface strike. If I hit this leg and that leg bends, I've hit him hard. Thank you. Continue. Make good kick. But that's okay. We still need what? 1,000 repetitions to get good, right? Caleb makes jab cross. Right? He notices I defend well. Caleb makes jab cross kick. He notices I defend well. He's going to change. He's going to make body kick this time. So when I do this, it can still get in, right? He makes jab cross, body kick. Oh, I don't really like that, right? He does it again. Oh, I don't really like that. I'm like, ugh. If he does that again, I might be done. I don't really want him to kick. So what do? Number one is I can fade with the power, move outside of that power arc. He's really powerful to about here. I know that if I move this way, I'm in a little bit better shape. Let's just see if I can do that. If I mess it up, I get to take another hit. Who wants to see the old man take another hit?
I did.
Yeah, that's what I thought. You guys are massive. Say this. So he goes to throw the kick and go boom, yeah. Oh, I don't like that. He kicks again and all right, I took a little bit less. He kicks again. Right? You see I'm moving outside? It's less and less power the more I move. We've got this wonderful insurance policy right here. He goes to make the kick. Boom. I didn't like that. Two. Boom. I can take a lot of those. He hits me again. Boom. Right? I can do it. He hits me again and I move. I've taken less on my shield on my arm. It's going to keep my arm from getting really abused, but I've moved with it. So he's going to throw jab cross body kick. 1, 2, 3. Right? Notice that I moved and I was ready to re-engage. Let's go super duper slow and see if he can do it, then I can do it. He goes 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. I just started early round running, right? Have some fun with it. Thank you, sir. Go. Or at least the same concept as the leg kick. So Caleb's going to make leg kick. Bop. Leg kick with movement. Bop. Right? Body kick. Bop. Body kick with movement. Bop. Right? What would I do for head kick? All right. Everybody's like, let's kind of do this. Let's get that hand up. Now, if I am taking the leg kick and I reach to block with my hand, instead of doing this, I'm very susceptible to getting kicked in the head. Does that make sense? So in the old days, when he did low kick, I would block this way, like in karate. That was a legit thing. I found out that really never works. If I do block it, I don't block it well, still hurts my arm, I usually still got kicked. This is the block for the leg kick, right? Bam! I'm set to punch, I'm set to kick. Then he goes to the body. I'm not doing this, which a lot of people like to do. Karate guys, taekwondo guys, they drop the hand. I don't do that. I just drop the elbow and I lift the hip, right? There's a small space, about 2-3 inches, that my elbow doesn't reach. But if I lift the hip and drop my shoulder, I can cover that. It's a small move, just like this. So I'm here and here. Now, if I do this, he's going to kick me in the face, which sets us up for the last defense. So he goes to make head kick and bow! Oh, I didn't block that very well. I don't know how many of those I can take, right? Does again. Bam! Okay, that's a little bit better, right? Now what if I do it this way? He's gonna wrap it around and get me anyway, right? That sucks. So it's not this. This isn't the block. Technically, this is still blocking the body, right? It's this. You get the elbow in the way. If he wants to kick me in the ear, my elbow should be close to my ear, right? Does that make sense? Now, we still want to fade, right? He kicks leg kick, right? I want fade. All right, just kick. He's hesitating on me like, what am I doing? All right, he kicks to the body. I move with it. Does that make sense? This one, instead of me stepping, he kicks high, I just angle. Does that make sense? So I can easily do some head movement. Here he kicks. I can do that. That's not bad. But this is my insurance policy just in case. Does it make sense? Yes, it's here. It's not here. This is not the head kick defense. Right? Everybody see how this looks cool but doesn't do much, right? It's here. Angle. Get that elbow in line with the kick. Right? By the way, every time I move this elbow up higher, it opens this up. He could fake me and go back to the body, but I'd rather block my head and take a pretty vicious body kick than block the body too low and take a head kick. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
I think so. Go! Head kick. Yeah.